getting up here in that line as efficient and quickly as possible. Because during basics, we just tell you make sure you're on the line. We don't test you for the speed or anything. We just want to make sure you get on the line. But this one's going to test you for the speed. So, gentlemen, if you will, I'm going to draw a line in front of you, and I'm going to turn around. And when I say move to that line, I'm going to start counting how many seconds it takes to get to the line. And it should be within 5. Roger?
Is that
Got you.
sprint, double step? Does that can be sprint? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd prefer if you get up here. Yep, see, they're already moving. Go ahead, boys. I'll get up here. Yeah, get up here, and I'll draw a new line. So about face. Don't move until I give the order to move.
About face. Okay. Okay. Turn around.
So we have to wait for him to tell us to move.
I didn't tell you to move yet. That's why
That's
we're
what I was
training.
about to say.
That's why we're training.
Should we go back?
Gentlemen. Yeah, gentlemen, wait till I tell you to move. Roger.
A little antsy. Roger.
We're gonna try this one more time. You wait for me because that's also advanced training.
I'm just the
I can
recording.
move up and fucking get killed on the battlefield. And you never know what I want you to do. So wait till I give an order. All right, gentlemen, to the line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's good timing. Y'all hustled. All right, we're gonna do that a couple more times. Gentlemen, to the line. Good hustle, good hustle. Notice I drew a little more space in between that, but y'all were pretty quick with it. I'm happy with that. Y'all kept line formation as well, so I see we already got that down.
Biscuit, do we when as soon as we land at the line, do we aim the weapon?
No.
Okay.
About face on the line. All right, I like what I see. I would like to say try to keep the line as much as possible with the spread. Y'all are doing pretty good at it, but we could clean it up just a little bit.
PTS. Permission to speak, please.
Yes, go.
I might be distracted a bit because my father's messing with me. He has dementia, so just so you know.
Oh, yeah, no, you're good, Billy. Gentlemen, a line. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good job.
Biscuits, I'm gonna spectate.
Okay, yeah, that's
Whacker.
All right, so you boys got that. Yeah, you boys got that.
I've
down.
already done it.
Matter of fact, I'm finna roll right into that. We're fixing to start learning how to dress lines, and by that, gentlemen, I mean not just our regular columns that we do. We're gonna make sure we can move in those columns, and we're gonna keep those columns. Roger.
Roger.
All right, so I'm gonna form the column line, and when I tell you get up on the column, I want you to fucking form up on the column. Make it a single column. I'm a retard. I always form doubles, but I want you in a single. So when I get on that column, we're gonna march around, and I'm gonna be looking back every so often and falling out of the column. You continue forward. What I'm gonna be looking for is how well you can hold that column and move in that column. Roger.
Roger.
Got it.
Is that a quick step or just or double step?
He'll
Double
tell us.
click.
All right, gentlemen, form.
Here, I might cut out.
Column. And answer your question while you're forming column. We will be at double quick. The entire time.
He wants single column.
If you fall out, go to the back.
Yep, single column. There you go. We'll work on that after we do some movement, and we'll just get it down where you guys can form this column quickly. But for now, I want to see how you move in the column. So I want you boys to follow me when I say fucking left or right by files. That's going to be moving out to your left. You're going to pivot on my point. So where I pivot, the first man in the column pivots there, so on and so on. Understood?
You give it, we pivot.
All right, gentlemen.
We are on archers.
I'm starting it on a pivot. So, sir, when I step off, you're already facing the right way. That's a good sign. This will be a pivot point from where you're at. So, gentlemen, if you will, forward, march.
Oh,
Keep
I
calm,
do.
boys.
He
Keep
already
calm.
left the column.
By files to the right, march.
I fell out. Sorry.
I fell out earlier too. I didn't realize pivot is what that meant. I've heard it called other things.
Should be at double quick.
By files to the left, march. Good job. That one's looking clean, just like that, boys. By files to the right, march. By files to the right, march.
Yeah.
You slowed your speed. You noticed I kept it quick time. That's a good thing right there. I was just about to say. Double time, march. Files to the
You
right,
should be back at the
march.
double quick, boys.
On the line and right face, gentlemen.
Oh, this line's sloppy.
All right, yeah, you boys,
Yeah, I
you
thought-
got
I
the
thought-
idea though. I'm glad you picked it up real fucking fast. You started moving. It's pretty good. I know there was a few of you was kind of confused on the buy file command.
Yeah, I thought you meant
But
to
now
get back
that-
into like go behind and actually getting a
Oh,
file
yeah.
again.
Yeah. So, but you boys picked it up pretty quickly. I'll give you a pass on this one. Now, what I did want to do is get into those columns. When I call a column, boys, we got to be snappy as we do with the getting on the line like this. So I'm gonna form us a couple of columns. I'm gonna time you on getting in the column. Roger.
Roger,
Roger.
Roger.
So penis.
Form column. Form column to the right. Form column to the right. Form column to the left. Make sure you're not running past me. Make sure you see me in the column. You stop on me, boys.
Is this always in double
Single
quick?
file line, guys. Single file line.
Single
cramps.
columns. Yeah, that brings up a good point, boys. I have us at double quick, but I want us to start
I can't
moving
get
at the
back in. I have to
sprint.
go back to. I'm gonna have to go to back again.
Yep, that's fine. Take your time. That's what this is here for. All right, so gentlemen, that brings me up to the next training. The past two things we just did. We're going to do that at the sprint now. Roger.
Oh, Roger.
Roger.
All right, so when I call you to get up on this line, instead of double quicking, I want you to sprint to this line. Form line.
We were supposed to be double quicking.
About face. Form line. About face, form line.
Looks like a game of red light, green light.
Squeaky.
Form column at the sprint. Left face, form line.
Permission to speak.
Granted.
May I step out of line and give advice?
Yeah, Billy, you're free. You're free to speak whenever you need to.
Fill the
brother.
gaps. Fill the gaps.
All right. One thing I'm going to say, guys, that I'm saying is you need to try to hold your position in line when you move because you're bunching up and you're blocking people off, and you have to keep moving back to the end of the line. Try to
Yeah.
hold your position in line.
Correct. We want to work on spacing and speed.
Okay.
That's what's slowing you down is you keep pushing each other out. Try to keep
I-
your position.
Is
What
it,
I want
can
you
I
to
just,
do.
Can I just,
uh,
sorry, can I
it-
just jump in? Right,
Yeah,
so if that
yeah.
happens, and like we get pushed out, what should that person do? Just fall to the back and then so
Yes.
that everyone can continue. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And if it's a
you're in
line,
if it's a line,
if it's a
just
line,
form on
you
the
fall
left
to a
or right
flank.
of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna slow it down, boys. And this is where I just wanted to see where you're at. This is a baseline. Y'all are doing actually pretty damn good, other than what Billy said. So we're gonna slow it down. I want you to be at quick time for this, and we're gonna form a couple of lines and columns at the quick time. So quick time, form line, march.
Try to keep your position in line. Keep the guy on your left and your right same for. Perfect.
Should I step out of line as well?
Now stay in line.
About face, form line.
I've done this.
Yeah, no, we know,
Practice,
Center. You're
please.
you're here to help. That's all. You're doing a good job.
So quick time or double quick? Quick time, yeah.
Quick time, yeah. We're slowing it down.
Right, sorry. I apologize.
Quick time, form column.
Perfect.
Beautiful, boys.
Woo.
Excellent. You boys see how you're keeping yourselves together in those lines and those columns during the quick time?
You're out of line.
What I want you to do, I'm gonna speed it back up to double quick. We're gonna be at the double quick. We're gonna do a line and a column. Same thing you're doing here. Same spacing, same speed, everything. I want you to keep that just a little faster.
If there's a space behind me, you can dress it forward to me.
My files left form line at the double quick. Move.
That's where they're getting messed up, biscuits.
Can I?
That's all right.
PTS
It's
real
drill.
quick,
That's
PTS?
what we're
Yeah, I
here for.
ran past people like
Be-
it did.
be- It's time for questions. That's why I'm giving you breaks in between. Speak. Anybody got questions? Ask them.
I kept said I don't know who it was. Somebody stopped, so I just kept. But there were spaces, so I kept going. I ran past
Yep.
them.
If somebody stops in the middle, go around them.
Okay.
Don't let that's actually a good training because when we're going through forests and woods and stuff, and people do get hung up on logs and stuff, it does happen. This game's a little glitchy like that sometimes. What you want to do is you want to keep moving. You want to go around
Yeah.
that person, keep
What
that
if you make
line, and keep that
purpose?
column.
But if
I
we're
stopped
facing
in
the
the middle
enemy
on
biscuit,
purpose.
would it be good to run behind, not run round the front, run from behind?
Like, what do you mean?
So say we're facing you now, and then say there's a space, and then someone needs to get round. Instead of running round the front while the enemy are firing, run round the back. I mean, like because do you know what I mean? Basically what I'm saying is you're protecting yourself by the person in front could get shot, but you won't get shot, or either way, someone's going to
And
get
you're
shot.
also staying out of the firing line. That is a good point.
Yeah. Basically, what it breaks down to, I guess, lack of better words, what I'm trying to teach you boys is to stay together, even under fire. It's a lot different. We don't have the live fire, but if you form these columns and these lines,
Hold on. let me
whoever's
go if
stopping
can get
you,
in the fence.
whoever's stopping you or whatever the obstacle is, It doesn't matter front or back. You want to get around that obstacle because if you're stuck on that obstacle, you're gonna get fucking shot, right? So just defeat the obstacle, whether you're going around behind or in front. Just make sure you get around it, and then reform that line of column. You got to stick to it.
But preferably with safest defense.
Actually, here I'll give a live example. Right, we're right by
Okay,
these
cool.
targets. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
that'd be
draw a
good.
line right through one of those targets. That's gonna be an obstacle. I want you boys to defeat that obstacle. So I want you to go on either side. I think you can go in between those targets, but I want you to go on either side of that target and continue that column.
Would you like me to shoot at them while they do it or not?
Correct.
Biscuit, whichever.
Like quick time,
is
double quick, or
you
running.
want.
I'm gonna have them at the double quick, and we're gonna start back here, boys. So come form up column behind me.
I think they were getting confused today because this line's got two sides to it.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
yeah.
it's the
Yeah.
column line. That's all it is.
They've been
That's
pushed
why
out
we
already.
say that's why we say single versus double. All right, boys. What we're gonna do? I'm gonna give center a command to start firing at us. He's gonna shoot a shot, and that's gonna give simulated fire. So he's gonna give a shot, and that's gonna tell us shit. We need to get the fuck out of the way, right? And then he's gonna continue to shoot. I want you to keep guiding around the obstacle on me, right behind me. Do not get in front of me. Do not lag behind too much. On me. Roger?
Yes, sir.
Roger.
Got it.
Center, go ahead and shoot. Shots, boys. Let's move. Column.
Beautiful boys.
I'm going to take y'all through some more obstacles. I want you to stay guided on me. Defeat the obstacle, left or right.
You want them at the double quick?
I'm sprinting. Yeah, they stay at double.
I might try and snipe one of those NCOs.
You go, run past me. Run behind.
For the caster shot.
Yo,
I just shot one of you NCOs.
What up, Cheddar Bob?
Crouch.
Chillin just got it back.
Cheddar Bob, just so you are aware, I am recording for Sean.
That was exactly what I was
Oh,
talking
okay, no
about. They're
worries.
running around the
He
defenses.
needs the recording so he can see.
Yeah.
We gotta know who to give the infantry certification to, and anyone that doesn't have it can't come to the event. Basically.
Hold on,
Yeah.
I have an idea.
Is
I'm about
TK
to
on
snap you
this
biscuits.
server?
Any NCO already has it.
Yeah, the NCOs don't matter, but the
Privates and
yeah,
under
he
do.
just needed a count. Yeah.
On me. Form column at the hold.
Would you like me to stop shooting?
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
I'd say you guys did a pretty fucking good bang up job there. You kept the line, you reformed on me. That's how I can tell you guys fucking defeated those obstacles. But you see what I mean though? As officers, we're not always gonna run fucking the shortest or the longest way around, and there will be obstacles in the way. Y'all did a good job at keeping up with me. I was at full sprint, then I knocked down a double quick. You kept up, you defeated the obstacles, you picked a side of the obstacle, and that's what's important.
I'll be back in a second.
All right, so I'd say we have a pretty good fucking understanding, Roger, on moving in lines and columns. Does anybody have questions on that?
Yeah.
I don't really have a question, Biscuit.
Yeah, I'll wait.
But
Yeah, everybody go first.
but I was gonna say like when it comes to the confusion of forming up on the left or the right, we would always in the military anyway would always dress it from the right, so everybody would form up on the right side. So in this case, being two lines when you're forming a column, everybody dressed to the right, so on the right side. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I understand that. I think in this game that does help with like straight lines. Not so much
Right.
columns unless we do have double columns. Most of the time, from what I've seen, double columns might be a little much for some guys, so we kind of stick to single columns.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
what I was
which
talking
ser-
about on
which
the single
server is it?
column.
Archers.
Yeah,
It's
and I try to do the
Second
realistic thing,
biggest.
and I'm always usually standing off to the right side, so they can fucking dress to me. But
No, I was
I know
talking about like
Sean
in the
doesn't.
in the single columns themselves, like when it comes up
Oh
and you
yeah,
have
yeah,
two
yeah,
columns on the
yeah.
ground, everybody just to the right side of it instead of having some guys go left and some guys go right when you're
Oh
trying to form
yeah,
the
yeah,
single
yeah,
wall.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
actually, that's a good point. I'll show you boys what he means.
Yo,
You
what
could
server
always
is
go on
it?
the center
Like you
line
see,
and
everybody,
Archers
everybody
Brigade.
face, everybody, yeah.
Second
Hey,
one.
everybody face this line real quick. What
Archers
he means, right, boys?
Yeah.
See this line? When he means file in and file by right, when we file
Just
our
search
right,
archers.
see the right side of this line? Everybody's gonna fill this right, and then you're gonna go to the left of that person. Correct?
I don't
Yeah, that's
understand.
about right.
Yeah,
So
but
that
if
way,
you
when
can't
you're
fill
when
them
you're
anyway,
filling the line, you're forming down left side basically. From your perspective to the man to your right, you're actually falling left every time. So the first man off of the formation
plus
should be the
I don't
first man
listen
at the
matter
right
which
corner.
rifle I'm using.
Does that make sense?
I'm just gonna go with it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, so
Hopefully,
for
yeah.
instance, draw that line again, biscuits, really quick. I'll just run up there and demonstrate really quick.
Let's just do
So
it
I'll
and
give a
go.
command. I'll give form line. He's gonna fall out and he's gonna file in and show you boys.
And the first man would go all the way to the right side of this, the front right.
Right, got
block.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
first
yeah.
man
Until
there,
you reach
everybody
that
dresses
corner.
off that first man.
Yeah, the last man should be on that corner. It can be reversed in certain situations, but to dumb it down and give you guys kind of a grasp hold, whether it's left or right, make sure you're on the extreme flank of that line and then fill in down that line from there. That'll speed your lines up a little bit. That's the only critique I got for you boys on lines and columns. You seem to have a pretty good grasp on it. Y'all are pretty speedy actually. I didn't have to work too much on speed, y'all. Y'all kind of
PTS.
stumbled a few times, but you picked it up. Go ahead, speak.
I don't know if you're getting to this already, but I've noticed in the last couple events we've had issues with peaks and valleys.
Yeah, that's my next portion. Which Chicken just brought me into, boys. We're gonna break down. We're gonna move over to the fence. So if you guys want to go ahead and follow me to the fence, on me.
You don't need to be in column, boys. You can just run.
I will say in regards to columns, whether it's left or right,
Sprint it, lad.
I don't think it would necessarily matter so much as long as you are nuts to butts with the person in front of you, and then you're
Correct.
single column no matter.
I love that expression.
There's a slight
Nuts to
issue
butts.
with being butts to nuts with the person in front of you. Like occasionally you'll get stuck on that person because they'll
From
either
nuts to sluts,
they'll either
but yeah,
stop
I get it.
they'll either stop and or get
yeah.
All right, you
caught
boys
before
kind of got the
they're
idea
done.
here. So when we call,
Biscuit,
just
I'm
move,
sorry,
move into the next
sorry, just-
portion. Go ahead.
Right, so like I know somebody mentioned the other night that basically you follow like the Rangers form of fighting, but like in this warfare, people could actually turn the line, so like they would drop left and then like the right flank would come forth, so the left would drop back. Could we turn? Is that a worthy tactic to learn? So
Yeah,
like
that's
the left
like
drop left flank whilst the right flank moves forward, so we can turn in line and face the enemy.
yeah. So that's later
That's
down the
pretty
road.
good.
That is a good
Okay,
point.
okay.
That is
Cool,
like
cool.
later down there. We just want to make sure you get, for all intents and purposes, this is like just making sure you're getting more advanced movements and making sure that we can do these things first, and then there will be more drills where we cover more stuff. But right now we are currently working on the rest of it. So
This is a valley. You should be in here.
all right. So yeah,
Someone's on that
boys. This is the next lesson. Fence fighting, essentially, as a whole. It's not just peaks and valleys, correct? But we will cover peaks and valleys here for a couple of seconds here. When somebody calls you in battle, most of the time you're going to hear on the fence, specifically these snake fences, you're going to hear the term peaks and valleys. That refers to on either side, the peak or the valley that the fence is making. Now, when we call peaks and valleys, we don't want a bunch of you clustered fucked up here. Here, like, I'll give an example. I'm next to Dan right now. I don't want to see two men in one valley like this, right? I want one man per valley, one man per peak, like you have it. So when I call peaks and valleys, this is look to your left and right down this snake fence. You see how you're spread out? This is what true snake fence peaks and valleys means. You're spread out. It's going to minimize losses, and it's going to allow us to, which I'll get to in a minute, leapfrog down the fence and fight our way down the fence more effectively. So what I want to do, I want you all back here on this line.
Hold
We're going
on
to
a
run
second.
from.
Hold on.
Go ahead, Billy.
One thing. Everybody take 2 steps back from the fence. That's your position you should actually be in, because when they charge you, you want to
You're
be
not gonna
away
get
from the
stabbed.
fence. You're not going to get stabbed.
Right. Also,
Yeah, correct.
So don't line up directly on the fence. Line up 2 steps back from the fence.
Unless
Just
we
so
tell
get
you
the
to
same
push into
protection,
the
but you won't
fence.
get stabbed.
Unless we
Let me
tell you to
correct
push
Yeah,
into
yeah.
the fence.
When
Yeah,
we're
gonna get
fighting
to that,
like
though.
this, when we're fighting like this, reload. Yeah, I see exactly what you're saying now. A reload. Should we always crouch to reload?
No, the fence doesn't
No,
really. The fence is not bulletproof.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
There's a
the thing is,
20%
yeah,
chance
they,
to stop bullets.
yeah,
I
and
mean, doesn't it help
just
if you go
for
into the corner?
It takes
Well,
longer to
for future
reload while you're
reference,
crouched.
yeah, I was about to say for future reference, Dan, we're always at the standing. Unless I give you the order to crouch, it's always better to be standing. There is the other thing with skirmishing where it's like in between the ticket loss gap there. But at the crouch,
Okay,
you're
so
going to lose the maximum amount of tickets.
Okay, or so like someone's come around to go and hide in a bush, they can crouch and whatever. Unless there's a command, don't do it. Basically.
Yeah.
Roger,
Or you're
got
like
it.
the last person alive and you need to fucking hide until you can get to a friendly knock.
Yeah, like there's situations that dictate it, but most of the time when you're online, just listen to your CO. If he doesn't give you a crouch order, don't crouch. Now, however, if he tells you to crouch, then yeah, you're free to crouch.
So if we shoot each
Alright.
other right now, nobody dies.
No, not right now, not currently.
Okay. Right, Sinner, where are you? I'm going to shoot you.
I don't know.
All
why
right, so
it's not.
boys, about face
Above
on
the
this
fence,
line.
You have to stay way high on the fence, like you can't.
Biscuit,
compare them.
which way are you gonna have them fight up the fence?
Probably down there to the left soon.
Yeah.
All right,
So
so boys, when you're on this line, I'm going to give the next command. We're going to sprint up to that fence. Now, remember what Billy said when we get up there during these peaks and valleys, the
I'm
two-step
loading
back,
at the moment.
right?
Hey, person, we're gonna go.
So when I give you the command to sprint up and dig in on the snake fence, peaks and valleys, I want you in the same positioning Billy talked about, but in peaks and valleys.
2 steps back.
So you want us
If
to
I
dig in?
stab you, you're too close.
All right, boys, on the snake fence, peaks and valleys, let's go. You see how some of you kind of got confused? Make sure you're watching the snake fence
Did I do
and
right?
see how the spread is. Yep, and
Okay,
that's why we
I
try to
don't-
keep the line
I don't feel like getting
because you
stabbed,
can
am I?
spread out naturally.
Hey,
Was I
look
getting hit?
look to your left.
Alright, okay, yep, got it.
All right.
Oh,
Go ahead
right,
and get
so
back
you're
on this
standing...
line. We'll try it again.
Yeah, so I see, yeah, okay. Bushman, where you were standing, where that wood stopped,
There's two of
that's
them.
the distance away to be.
Yes, I was about to say that. Where the wood comes
Alright,
down
so-
onto the ground is the place you should be stopping generally.
Right, got it.
Correct.
Got it.
So, boys, take a look to your left and right. You see how you're spread out on this line? Now, imagine this line on that snake fence. So the right side, like where Cheddar Bob's at and Gatsby, they're going to take that right side of that snake fence on peaks and valleys. Middle, you're going to go straight up the middle. Left side, you're going to take the left flank. That'll help you spread out, and you won't get as confused about your positioning on the snake fence during peaks and valleys.
Do you
So,
want us
gentlemen,
to
if you
just-
will, peaks and valleys on the fence.
Do you want us to just shoot at you from over here and then you're gonna have them fight up the fence, or?
No, it's fine right now. I just want to make sure that they can get peaks and valleys correctly. I was about to say there's a big gap here, but you filled it. That's good.
Am I in the right place,
All right,
Biscuit?
we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it 2 more times.
PTS.
Biscuit, I'm in the right place.
Speak.
Okay, so
Correct.
if there is a bush where your peak or valley is, just go to the next one.
Right, got you. Okay.
Yep. So back on this line, boys. We're gonna do it again.
Sorry, I just had to point that out.
No, I wanted to know that. I'm new. I don't know shit.
Gentlemen, peaks and valleys, spread out on the snake fence. Move. Fantastic. That was much, much better.
It's because we were shooting at them.
Oh, that's all right. That's all right, because when this happens, it's going to be
That
under
was
real
beautiful,
fire.
gentlemen.
Biscuit, I have a question.
All right, let's try to do that. Let's try to do that right one more time. Go ahead and ask while you get reform.
Yeah.
Reform on the line, boys.
So basically, like sometimes when like I'm in charge of when I'm with like bayonets, like I'm fucking crushing it, and then all of a sudden, like for some reason, I make a stab, and then the bayonet goes up, even though I pressed V. Like it keeps fucking going up, and I have to press V again. Like and it's not in position to stab.
If you.
Oh yeah,
sprinting,
this
it's
game
quick
is a
time.
little wonky. I'll let you know.
You have
Okay.
to double click. Alright, that's it. If
Yeah.
So you just you're always in when you're sprinting.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
All right, gentlemen, peaks and valleys on that snake fence. Move. Fantastic. All right, I think you boys got the idea of peaks and valleys. Go ahead and stay on that fence for me.
Beautiful. Beautiful, boys.
All right, next subject, gentlemen. I'm going to get up and over here. All right, so what we're talking about now that you've got peaks and valleys down, the concept is good and ingrained in your mind. We're going to go with next lesson is fence fighting. Now, this, gentleman, is a swing off from your peaks and valleys. And what we're talking about is back and forth, up and overs over the fence, positioning on the fence, up and down the fence, and that's your fence fighting. Another term you're going to hear is leapfrogging. I like the term leapfrogging. Now I'm going to demonstrate a leapfrogging with you. Mr. Gatsby, up here, please.
You want me up and over?
Yeah. All right, gentlemen, if you will, come get over here where you can see me and Gatsby. Make sure you can see us.
That means up and over, gentlemen.
Up and over.
Yep. Over here so you can watch us. Go ahead and form a line. There.
About face, yeah?
Yep. All right. So me and Gatsby will be at peaks and valleys like this, right? We're dug in, right? We're taking heavy fire. Now what we're going to do is imagine the enemy is down there to your right on the east. They're firing at us. Now the leapfrogging is Gatsby is going to take a shot to the east. Let's go ahead and fire, Gatsby. I am then going to follow it up with a shot towards the enemy. You see how he's moved forward? I move forward to the next peak, and then when he's reloaded, he's going to take another shot, and we're just going to fucking chain that till we get down the fence.
This is a British Army tactic. I know this.
Fire in advance.
Leapfrogging, fire in advance. I've heard some other people call it some really weird names, but essentially it's just you're fucking moving down these peaks and valleys. You do it before or after a reload, but you're making sure you're moving up and you're fighting the enemy the entire time.
So technically there would be, so for example, there could be 5 of us doing this at the same time, or it would only ever be 2
Correct.
people?
No,
Right, okay.
we're talking whole fucking company, whoever's, in the fight at that moment. When I say
Gotcha.
fucking, Big Sexy likes to use the term inch down the fence, but it all means the same thing, right, boys? You're taking these peaks and valleys, and you're moving it. Now, there are certain circumstances, I want you to keep it to one man. You skip the man in front or behind you, depending on positioning that I give you to fire. But there are certain circumstances where we got to move quicker, and you might be able to skip 2 or 3 men, but just for drill and practice and for you guys to get certified on this, I'm going to keep it to 1 man. So, gentlemen, if you will, peaks and valleys on this fence.
May I add to that, please?
Correct. Go ahead.
The reasoning for this, behind this, is that you always have 1 man covering the man while he's reloading. You want to be able to have protection, basically.
Dig into the fence,
Plus,
boys.
so that you're firing. It's also so that you can fire in advance, but you want to be able to cover your man while he moves forward, and then.
Wouldn't having
he
1 man
fires and
crouch
reloads.
and fire as well at the same time, bringing like double fire to it?
We could do that, but that defeats the purpose of the movement, correct? If we're all fucking crouched, right? We can't
Well, no,
really
just
move up as fast.
Okay, yeah, okay. I'll shut up. Okay.
Where do you want those of us who are playing the enemy to be on the safe fence?
So there.
All right,
there's
Center.
two-
Yeah, this is where you're gonna come in. I want you. Let's say
I've got Pierce.
move about 100 yards east.
Yeah.
There's 2
that means
versions of this. It's
meters.
called bouncing and bounding. If you're bouncing, is kind of what he's talking about. It's the fire in advance type thing. One guy fires, the next guy
So when-
advances while they're covering him.
If you,
Bouncing is when you're firing and moving to a known point. Everybody moves up to a known point.
Hello, Shaw.
So
So
you
like
fire one
fire
group
in
will cover.
advance, yeah.
One group
Correct,
will
yes.
cover a group to move forward, and then they move forward past the first line, and the back line covers them. That's bounding.
Yep, I'm gonna break it down real fucking simple. I came up with this idea so that you guys can envision it, and it'll help you work in pairs, so to say. So, gentlemen, if you will, Center's down there to the east. He's gonna break open with a shot on my command. When he
I've got
breaks
Christian
open,
down here.
peaks only. I want you to fire and then reload. And while peaks are reloading, so that'd be like Gatsby, Droll, the valleys, correct? I want you to fire. And then by the time they fired, peaks, you should
Sorry,
be
Sean.
reloaded, and then you are going to move up.
Just to the next peak, correct?
Yep.
So when will I fire? Like, just sorry, I'm confused.
So are you in a peak or a valley?
I mean, yeah, I'm in a valley basically.
Okay, so yeah, you're going to fire second, and this
Okay,
is how we're
good,
going to
yeah.
practice this and kind of get you the hang of it. So, if you
Okay.
will, gentlemen, Center, open fire. All right, gentlemen, they're down to the east. Peaks, open fire, and then bound down.
Do you want us to bound towards them as well or no?
All right, valley, shoot. Valley, shoot.
I fucking fired. Sorry.
Now, valleys, move up to the next valley. Peaks and valleys, just like that. Keep moving up till you fight down to Center.
try to all shoot at the time too.
I felt
Independent fire.
confused. This.
You want gradual, like you don't want everybody to shoot at the same time, which is really just volley.
Yep, no. This is good. This is good. Keep doing what you're doing. I want you, if you're on a peak, I want you to move to a peak after you fired. If you're in a
Right, I'm in
valley,
a
I want
valley.
you to
Should I
move to the next
fire?
valley. Yep, just keep up the fire from now. All I did was open you boys up so that you can start practicing the movement.
I have a sharp, so I can shoot faster than you guys.
Oh, you cheater.
No, I'm just.
Alright,
a
so now what I
fucking
want you to
sniper.
do is look in front of you. If there, I
want
want
a
you
shot.
boys to move up one position, whether it's a peak or a valley. So fire and then move up one from here.
Okay.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
I just fucking killed one of you.
Yep,
The idea,
correct,
the idea
correct.
behind this is you've always at least half your
I'd
members
say
have
I'm
a shot
doubled
in
up
case
with
you get
somebody
charged
now.
up.
Yeah, Dan, you should be back one position, just one. I see you, brother. I'm watching you.
Did y'all hear what I said?
Right there. Now.
I'm
What'd
in
you say,
peak,
Billy?
yeah.
I said the idea
I stand
behind
to
this
speak,
is half your. Let me speak, please. The idea behind this is that at least half your line has got a shot in case you're getting charged out. So you kind of want to time your shots a little bit too, guys. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, it's not always going to be perfect. You're just going to have to redress if someone's out of position. You're just going to have to fill that gap, and hopefully everyone else behind you will do the same, and you'll fix it as we move.
Correct. So,
Right,
gentlemen,
right.
stop where you're at. I want you to move back to the start of this fence. Center, you can stay down there.
Yeah, sorry. I'm holding position with my healthy helper over here.
So get a peak or valley starting at that fence, and then spread it all the way down to me.
Biscuits, you got about 15 minutes left.
You know, that's cool. If we run over time, that's all right.
I'd rather not go at the front.
No, Dan. Actually, that's good. I do want you at the front. This way, you kind of
Good.
understand a little better.
Okay.
Try to slow your rate of
I'm
fire
at,
a little bit.
I'm at a peak.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go down the line myself, boys,
on, hold
and I'm gonna tell the individual person down
You're
this
dead,
line.
man.
So I'm gonna
You're
start
dead.
with Dan and then move down.
You're dead, man.
So
You're
Dan,
dead.
Yep.
I want you to go ahead.
I got a fucking
Take fire to
pistol
the
pointed
east.
at your
Please.
face, man.
Comms, please.
Okay.
Take fire to the east, Dan. Shoot. Now. Yep. Once you get up to that peak, you're gonna start reloading. As you are, fucking, who is this? Dies. Go ahead. Aim. Take a shot. Now move up. Droll, you do the same. Take aim. Take a shot. Move up. Yankee. Shot.
Right, I'm ready to
Then
fire.
move
Should I
up.
fire?
Yep, Gatsby. Bushman.
Well, that was close.
Yep.
I feel like it's my due diligence to tell you, gentlemen, that you are aiming way
No.
too high.
And if there's anybody left behind Joe, take a shot, move up.
So we're doing like firing by files, but on a fence.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, correct. But you see how I went down, and as I was going down, that fire was spread out? And now you can fire and move up. Yep, see, you got it, Dan.
Thanks, Biscuit. Is that Sinner shooting at us, yeah?
Yeah, Center's our simulated combat expert down there.
Right, Sinner wants to kill.
He's a simulated Yankee.
Dinner just doesn't miss.
Yep, so you see how Dan's way up there, boys? I want you to start closing in the gap to Dan while doing this.
So I'm doing right, yeah?
Yep, you're doing just perfect, Dan. Yep. And that's going to bring me my next topic. As you're practicing this, boys, it won't always be 1 or 2 peaks and valleys. It could be up to a whole fence worth, depending on if we're getting wiped or not. But if that's the last command given and nobody has told you to
I think
pull
you just
back,
hit me, Sinner.
you're going to keep fighting down the fence this way. And basically what you're going to do from now on, I'm going to keep watching you boys do this. I want you to fight your way all the way to center.
Okay.
I've killed like half of you by now. Just saying.
Just keep fighting. I'm going to be watching you boys and make sure that...
I'll be right back, boys.
Make sure you got it compounded. But like I said, keep fighting your way to center. Once you get to center, whoever gets to center first, we'll stop it there. Just let me know in the Discord.
I didn't even reload properly.
That's right. If Dan has stopped, whoever's behind him, move up and around him.
Right, I'm now in a bush.
That's all right. Keep fighting past
Get
the
out of
bush.
me.
That's where that obstacle training came into play.
So somebody can just run past me if they want.
Well, that's a pretty skimpy bush, but yeah.
I can't see shit from it. Oh.
Yep, there you go, Bushman. No, that's all right. Keep just pay attention to the fence. Wherever you see a peak in a valley in front of you, I want you to move up to it. There you go, Dan. You're actually you've got the right idea. You didn't let the bush defeat you. Good job.
Are you not
I
doing
was
the?
married. I was married. I definitely let the bush defeat me.
Are you not doing the officer down drills either with them?
Oh,
That's
sorry.
gonna be next.
Damn.
Huh? What's up? Sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
Yep. Just remember, Dan.
Yeah.
Don't go past center, and don't go too far ahead of everybody else.
Oh, I
Yeah,
just
sorry.
sniped
Oh,
their
I-
officer.
Yeah, no.
I said
You're,
damn,
you're
not
not doing
Dan.
anything wrong. I'm just letting you know that this is part of it too, boys. It's tempoing, right? Fucking rhythm of the battle. So you don't want to move
I
too
can see I've
far,
got it.
but you don't want to leave everybody else behind, right?
Dodged it.
Oh yeah, you know I wanted to say something real quick while I was on my line.
All right, so go ahead and stop right there. See your distance from center where Dan's at. Everybody see where Dan's
Oh,
at?
you missed, Sinner. Fuck you.
So at this point, right, we're close enough. I would tell you boys break off and we're within charging distance. So you boys have effectively just fought down the fence, reached your enemy, kept your numbers, and you did it at a good pace and tempo. Congratulations, you are now elite on fence fighting. Keep that in mind. Anytime you get, fucking keep this stuff in mind. Same with the lines and stuff. Make sure you boys are keeping this information and you just compound on it.
Biscuit, would you advise, like, if I've got some spare time, because, like, obviously we, like, you know, Sinner and I are completely different time zones, like, just come in here on my own and, like, practice this shit?
Yeah, no, that's fine. If matter of fact, boys, most people, most of the regiments, they really don't care if you're in. If we don't have our stuff up, if you boys want to hop in a drill at any point, or you want somebody in there, you can message me as well. At any point you want to fucking compound and practice this stuff, feel free to hop in somewhere and practice it on your own, or message me or Gatsby or somebody like that, Shaw, Billy. But yeah. So I don't want to ramble everybody up and over back to the target. I go ahead and line up on these little horse fence things here.
Oh, target practice.
I'm change back to my Enfield because I need to be able
My bad,
to.
I'm coming. I was talking to Sean.
All right, boys. So the next, and I will argue the most dire of these examples in training that need to be gone over, especially in this regiment, is when officers and NCOs go down. It's one thing to learn all of these and be under the command of your CO or NCO and feel safe knowing that those orders are there and you'll be able to follow them. Well, guess what? That's a fucking fairy tale in combat. I will go down, your NCO will go down, whoever is leading you will go down. And most likely, under heavy fire, it'll be multiple of us. So what happens, right? We have to have you boys be able to make split-second decisions whether you're wearing stripes or bars or not. This is CO and NCO down training. So what's going to happen, I'm going to give you a line, and we are going to just do it in lines. And at first, I will call out that I'm down or that somebody's down.
Do you want me to do it?
Sure.
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Chicken will call when I'm down. And then eventually, I'm going to have calls off, and then you're going to have to make the decision, right? So what I'm looking for is when I go down for NCOs to pick up and make the decision. So this is right now the first part. Yep, for the first part, this is primarily for the NCOs. Later on, that means you, privates and recruits, I want you to pay attention to the NCOs on what they do, what actions they take once the CO goes down, because they're going to go down later in this training, and it's going to be up to you. Roger?
Roger.
Yeah, sir.
All right, so on this line, we're going to do it just stationary real quick.
On lines.
On the line, boys.
One man space and 1 or 2 man space.
All right, so like I said, you're going to practice this, and there's going to be the call out. I'm going to start calling a volley. Chicken's going to call that I'm going to go down. When I go down, listen to the COs or NCOs and see what they do. So boys, if you will, take aim directly north.
Take aim.
Steady.
Biscuits down.
Steady.
Fire.
Steady. Oh my God.
I didn't hear anyone make the call.
Reload.
Did I get that?
Gatsby made the call. Biscuits, you respawned.
Get your
All
reload,
right,
boys.
sorry about that, boys. I went down. Get your loads. Get your loads.
Loads
Checks
and
on
hold,
reloads.
Loads and hold.
Just so we know, we do have someone that's not in the regiment here that we can potentially recruit.
All right, boys. Take aim
Virgil
directly
Hickory
north.
is in here. He just got
Steady.
here, though, so he missed
Biscuits down.
Virgil.
Fire.
Gatsby down.
I missed again.
Somebody make a call.
Loads and hold, loads and hold. Wait for.
Biscuits is respawned.
Close and hold.
Oh, he's alive.
That was
He's
quick.
alive. My
All
shield
right, all right, all right. Hold there, hold there. All right, so you boys get the
Gatsby
idea, right? You see,
respawned.
did you see how Gatsby and others took over, made the call when I went down? I didn't get to finish the volley.
Okay,
Dan,
so
step it up a little bit. Step it up. Get in line, Danbreeze. Or Dan Bros.
where? I'm in line.
Go ahead, Dan. You had a question. Go ahead, brother.
I haven't got a question.
Okay. Yeah. So, you see how they picked up in the slack or the lack thereof? They knew that I was down and they made a call. Correct. So that's what we're gonna practice on now. I'm gonna have Chicken just hush, and nobody's gonna make a call out. I'm gonna give a certain amount of commands, and then you're just not gonna hear a command. What I'm gonna be looking for is just that, and I will also be calling out other NCOs and stuff going down during those. So I want you boys to pay attention to what they did, how quickly they made the call, and we'll get along from there. All right. So if you boys will, right face.
Right face.
All right, boys, form up on this line.
No, he didn't.
Do you want me to run off somewhere and pretend to be an enemy so they have to make an actual call out?
2-man spacing, 2-man
On the line,
spacing.
on the line.
Spread it out. Spread it out. Enemies to the northwest,
Parsons down.
northwest, north.
All right, boys, take aim, take aim. Northwest north.
Gatsby's down.
Northwest north, gentlemen. Gentlemen, take aim. Fire. Get your
All right,
reloads.
respawn, boys. Come on, get back here. About face. Break reloads. About face.
Good job.
On the fence.
I will.
Boys, up and Bushman, you're down.
All right, up and over, boys.
Face northwest, face northwest.
Alright, boys,
Sticks and valleys,
face-
spread it out.
Person, you're
Spread
down.
it out.
All right, boys. Peaks and valleys right here. Independent fire
Okay.
northwest towards those targets.
Gatsby, you're down.
Independent fire, boys. Independent fire. Keep up the fire. Keep up the fire.
Independent fire. Independent fire.
Sam, you went down. You're taking heavy losses. You're about to get charged, boys.
Step back from the fence. Step back from the fence. Brace your charge. Brace your charge. Step back. Brace your charge.
All right, we've trickled
Step
in and we
back, brace your
respawned.
charge.
All right, good hold, boys. Good hold, boys.
Good job, you guys.
I want you boys. Independent fire, west. Get your reloads in. Commence independent fire.
west.
Independent
Spread
fire,
it out,
boys.
sticks and valleys. I don't want to see 2 people in the valley. Spread it out. Aim
Break
for
reload.
about
Shift
center.
left.
Break reload. Shift to the
reload.
left.
Shift
Shift left.
left.
Shift left. Break.
Keep going,
reload,
boys, up the
shift
fence, up
left,
the
shift
fence.
left.
Keep shifting left.
All right, boys, keep moving, keep moving.
Left,
Duck into the woods,
going.
left, left.
Into the woods, left. Into the woods, left. That's the sprint.
All right. Get to this hill on this left side. Get to the hill.
All right, boys. I want you right at me on these rocks.
On
Gatsby,
the rocks,
you're
on
down.
the rocks.
On these rocks, boys.
Just rise and follow me.
On the rocks, facing north.
On the rocks, facing north, independent fire.
Yankee Bates, you went down.
Company, independent fire, north.
I'm not an NCO.
Bushman, you're down.
Keep up the independent fire, independent fire.
Biscuits.
Gatsby, you're
Fall
down.
back. Refold.
I already told Gatsby he was down.
Cheddar Bob, you went down.
All right, everybody, keep up the independent fire
Dan,
north.
you went down.
Independent fire.
Did I?
Sam, you're dead.
2 regiments of Yankees.
I couldn't fly
Center,
from
you're
here.
down.
2 regiments of Yankees south. 100 meters.
Can I get behind the tree?
2 Yankees. 2 regiment Yankees.
Joe, you're
south,
down.
100 meters. 50 meters. 25 meters. 1 meter.
Virgil, you're down.
Nobody was was listening to what I said. And
Sir, you're down.
Nobody was listening to what I said, and you're all dead.
Yeah, boys,
Maybe
what
you
I
couldn't
just
hear me.
practiced there is what Billy's pointing out. You guys just took significant heavy fire and nobody shifted you out of this position. That's what I'm looking for as well. That's part of the NCOCO down. You got to make those crucial decisions, correct? So now we're wiped.
Like, go on, let's go, boys.
No. Yeah, sometimes COs and NCOs, it's going to be a fucking big company, right? And we're going to take heavy losses and not be able to respawn on you boys in time. Sometimes you'll have to pick up the slack, like I was saying, and you're going to have to make crucial decisions to shift left, shift out, about face, whatever you got to do, get out of that fire. All right, so we're going to shift back up on that snake fence. We're going to try it again.
One other thing, I don't know if you guys heard me.
Back to the snake.
I made a call out.
Let Billy talk.
I made a call out 2 regiments south, 200 meters. Then I made a call out 2 enemy regiments south, 100 meters. Then I said 50 meters. Then I said 25 meters. Nobody made a call out, so I stabbed every one of you.
Hey, Biscuit, would you like me, Billy, and Joe to
Like an enemy was
simulate
encroaching
an
on
enemy?
Yeah. Center, I want you and Joe and Gatsby. I want you all the way down there northwest. Go out about 300.
Get your loads. Get your loads if you don't have them already. Get your loads. I want you to get your loads to shoot onto the enemy. I want you to shoot.
Do you want me to make
All right,
call
for those
outs
3 that
again,
went down
Biscuit?
there. No. For the 3 that went out there, when I start issuing commands, start firing.
Locked in, y'all.
Do you want me to do it for them?
Thank you, Chatterball.
No, we're the enemy.
They're listening.
We're shooting at them.
I'll be giving the orders. They know that when I start giving orders to start firing at us.
All right. I'm
Yankee
just trying to help.
regiment behind you.
All right,
South,
boys.
100 meters.
Up and over.
Guess that ain't gonna work this time.
Up and over the fence.
Up and over.
So,
get over.
Biscuit,
Hold spacebar if you're having trouble.
Yes, Billy.
I'm gonna call out randomly some directions and distances and see how quickly y'all react to it.
Okay, yeah, that's good. You want us to restart for that?
Spread out.
Negative.
Spread it out.
I'll do it next time.
All right.
Two-man spacing.
All right.
Two-man spacing.
Spread it
Just
out,
at
boys.
random times.
Two-man
Random times. You
spacing.
won't know when I'm gonna do it.
Roger that. That's good. Shift left. They're flanking on us. Shift left.
Shift
Left,
left.
shift left. Shift left. Sprint it left.
Biscuit, do you want us to actively move, or do you want us to sit here?
You can shoot at us.
Spread it out. Spread it out.
Okay.
Spread it out. Don't be clumped up. Don't be clumped up.
I'd say we should move like a regiment, because otherwise they're not going to learn.
Boys, independent fire north.
Independent fire. So you change the plan. I think they're like 200 down.
North.
Where are they? North what? Direct north.
They're north.
Yeah, I can see them. I can see them. I can see them.
Northeast or northeast, northeast.
North
Keep up the independent fire.
North by northeast.
Alright, y'all, let's get out of here. Let's pull it back to behind
I wonder
the
how
snake
many of
fence.
them
Come
are
on,
dead
about
yet.
face, about face.
Behind the snake fence, behind the snake
Behind the
fence.
snake fence to the left. Formed on this here. Snakes and sticks and valleys. Right here. Sticks and
Huh?
valleys right here.
Right here. Peaks and valleys, boys. Peaks and valleys. Independent fire.
I know I've downed about 6 of them.
Keep shooting them.
Person, you're down.
Company, keep up the independent fire. North.
Bush, you're down.
I'm pretty
Yankee
sure
regiment southeast. Yankee regiment southeast. 100 yards. Yankee regiment southeast. 100 yards.
I'm pretty sure that I just sniped.
Yankee regiment southeast. 50 yards.
They're
Yankee
not react-
regiment south. 25 yards. Yankees right at us. This is me. I'm the Yankees, guys. You're not reacting still. They're southeast behind you. It's behind you. I'm not saying behind you because
Am I doing the right thing? I'm from the peaks again. You said
some of you
southeast.
reacted. Some of you reacted. Who's it? Good job, whoever.
We're
this
doing.
is.
All right, stop right there. Pause. Boys, you
Right,
notice how Billy was giving you call outs and I took all the NCOs down and those that were reacting? The rest of you that were left, only one of you reacted to the call out that he was given that enemies were encroaching on your fucking rear flank.
But over here, yeah, to the right, over here, like where I'm facing the gun
Behind you,
now,
yeah,
to the
yeah,
southeast.
yeah.
Okay, so I did right then.
Yeah, somebody
yeah.
did well.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Time
make
to
sure you're
shoot that
paying attention to
fucking-
those call outs, right? Because people like Billy does it good. Cheddar Bob will do it good. There's a few others in pubs that I know they do it real good. They'll give call outs like that, right? And COs and NCOs are down. Well, guess what? The privates that were left up, y'all have to take the initiative. So we'll reset. Go ahead, Gatsby and y'all. Start. I want y'all to shift northeast east.
I
Do you
hate
want
this
us to
guy.
move? Do you
Where's
want
my
us to
infield?
move around and like
run out of
an
bullets.
actual enemy regiment would, or do you just want us to stay put?
Yeah, no. I want y'all to actively move this time.
I ran out
Okay.
of bullets. What do I do?
Yeah, I want y'all to
Respawn.
actively move as if you were actually fighting
Okay.
this.
All right,
Can
so
I
we're
give
gonna
a-
move. We're gonna move up a little closer to you and do a little like
bullseye.
zigzag type thing and just inch
Roger.
up on you guys.
Can I give a suggestion, Biscuits? Should I go behind someone and teach people to watch all around and just fire from a random direction to see if anyone reacts?
That's kind of what I'm doing now.
Yeah,
Oh, my bad.
Billy's
Giving
got that
call-outs,
covered.
though.
Yep.
My bad.
You know, you're good. I need people like you on the line because I know that you are giving orders and stuff, and I need them to react when you go down. All right, gentlemen. So if you will, peaks and valleys, we're under fire.
Peaks and
Right
valleys,
here
peaks and
out.
valleys, independent fire, boys, independent fire.
I'm pretty.
They're on top of
Yankee
that
Regiment
hill
south,
to
100
the
yards. Yankee Regiment south,
Yankee
100
Regiment
yards.
South. Shift it. Run
I
to
am the
west,
Yankees.
Run
Shoot
left,
me.
Run
Up
this
and over,
way.
boys.
Shift
run
it
to
west,
the
shift it west.
West,
Shift it
northwest,
west,
west,
shift it
northwest,
west,
this
shift it
way.
west.
Much better.
Along
Into
the
the
snake fence, shift it
woods.
west.
I'm
Whoever's
coming.
Bushman, you're
dead.
down.
Much better.
Sam, you went down.
Can I get your shoes real quick? I'm playing.
Oh, fuck,
Yankees
I'm
falling
getting
back.
tired
Yankees
now,
falling
man.
back.
10 past 1. When are we going to get to fight, boys?
Independent fire
There's
on the
like
people
two.
approaching
There's like
to
one
the
more bit of
north-northeast,
training to
around
do
the
after
rock.
this, and then
Person, you're
I'm
down.
pretty sure
Okay.
we'll go.
Right, where am I going? Okay, so I got you.
Oh, and I just snapped the officer. Guess what, Biscuit? You're dead.
Nah.
I've been dead.
Independent fire.
Person, you're also down.
Right,
Hey,
I'm running
someone
up to the
snap that
fence.
gun.
Is it peaks and valleys? Peaks and valleys. What direction? Northeast. I got it.
Yankee Rambo
Dan, you're
south
down.
at the tree. Yankee Rambo
Yankee
south,
Rambo
25
at
yards at the
at
tree.
Should I break reload and charge? Or just only fire?
You're down, Dan.
Huh?
You've
You
died.
decide what they're doing. Oh no, you're dead now.
All right, good job reacting. You took Billy down.
No, they haven't. Not yet.
Oh shit!
I
Oh
just
shit!
killed
Fight 'em,
both
boys.
of them.
Fight 'em, boys. Fight 'em.
You're both dead. You're both dead.
I speak for the trees.
All three of you
All
are
right, you
dead.
boys.
I just snapped another one. Oh, did they all get killed?
On that one. Sometimes the outcome
That's
will
4
end
dead.
like that. Yeah, sometimes you will. And what Billy did, right, boys? If you'll notice, and I want you boys to notice what mistakes you made and where you made them. So Billy was encroaching on your flank. You did good to react to him, but look what you left open. Also, the boys on the rocks just shooting at you. So you just
We're on the fence
Right.
now.
been
We
effectively
moved.
fenced in life.
There's one other thing that you guys need to be aware of. You see this tree? When you charged me, I hit my A button and my D button. I worked my way around the tree, used it as cover. I killed 1, then killed 2, then killed 3, then killed 4. And you were all dead.
I do not.
I only
believe
got one
that's
stab
true.
on
Yep.
me.
My bullet,
But-
Billy.
I got
But-
one stab on me.
We're not Debbie,
To the south.
but we're not Debbie
Please.
Downers. You boys actually did
I'm not
excellent.
gonna
You're
die.
you're not COs and NCOs. So this is
Right.
Hey,
it's not
whoever's
a
still
count against you.
shooting at us on
You
the
did
fence, I just sniped you.
Comms.
The
Comms.
only
Comms. You
reason
boys can
why I
come back.
mentioned, the only reason why I said that is because I'm trying to teach you guys how to melee properly. Use the tree. See how I go around the tree, and I'm using that as cover. Now I had 2 guys that were blocking each other's steps, so I had 2 of them on you, and I had 1 using as a shield. And I killed all 4 of y'all.
I'll rerun some
Correct.
after this.
All right. Yeah, we're about to get there. We ran a little bit over time. But boys, if you will, everybody reform on me.
Get the biscuits. Good old biscuits.
In this line.
Everybody say hi to Sean because I am sending this to him.
Howdy, Sean.
Howdy,
Dad.
Sean.
Hi,
Hello,
Sean.
Mr. Scene
Hi,
Wall.
Sean.
Sane.
Enjoy Denmark.
I seen.
Can I interest you in a
Yes.
totally not pyramid scheme?
Please bring back a nice blonde girl.
All right, boys.
You're dead,
Boys,
brother.
comms,
Dead,
comms,
Headshot. Nice.
comms. Calm it down, calm it down. All right, go ahead and straighten this line out a little bit.
Right. Yeah, okay. Got it.
Look at your feet. There you go. Form on the line.
So, Biscuit, would you say, like, because obviously this line here, yeah, there was obviously two lines. Would you say we stand in the front one or in the middle, at the back? What would you say?
Yeah. Go ahead and take the front one.
All right, okay, got it.
Damn, my chest.
All
is so
right,
big, I can't even see
Mr.
my
Cheddar
feet.
Bob, up here with me. Chicken and waffles if you respond in with me. Billy with me.
I'm
ain't your
I'm
chest, your
spectating so I
friggin'
can
ding
record
dong.
this.
Okay,
Big
chicken's
boy,
with us in
big boy.
spirits. All
Big
right.
head noodle.
By the power vested in your higher NCOs and COs, we have now trained you boys in the art of advancement. You now know how to fight down snake fences. You know now how to react when an NCO or a CO goes down. You now know how to form columns and lines with speed and precision. So I hereby, with the powers and rank vested in the three of us, deem you advanced trained. Congratulations, boys.
Yee!
Oh, woo. So does that mean I'm
Bravo.
a private now?
All right.
Everyone,
everyone-
biscuit.
present
And
that
Dan
biscuit.
and Dan is private
Present that
now.
biscuit. Present that
Thank
biscuit.
you.
Everyone aim at biscuit.
Game.
Fuck!
Oh, see, that's
Victory
right.
shot.
I'm presenting that
Let me
biscuit.
say one
Is this
thing real
right?
quick.
I'm proud of you boys.